In this video, we are going to study how to multiply the rational expressions. So you all know that whenever we talk about the rational expressions, it means that something which has the numerator and something which has the denominator. Okay, so let's suppose 4 over x, it contains the numerator and also it contains the denominator. That's why it is said to be a rational expression. Now, before digging into the video, let's recall few of the concepts which will help us in solving the different questions. Whenever the two bases are same and they are multiplying with each other, so you just add the powers. So you write the base as it is, add the power, that is 5 plus 2 gives you 7. Here also in question number 2, the two bases are alike and they are multiplying. We write the base as it is, add the power, 3 plus 3 is 6. Now in the second question, if the bases are alike but they are dividing with each other, then you subtract the power. Now remember, where is the bigger power? The bigger power is 6 on the top. So 6 minus 2 gives you 4. Just write it down. Now in the second scenario, the bigger power, let's suppose it's 6, okay? So the bigger power is in the denominator. So write like this fraction and write the answer in the denominator. 6 minus 2 is 4. Now what is in the numerator? Nothing left, nothing means 1. In the second question, they are asking us to factor. Now let's factor with the help of calculator. So go to the mode 5 and 3. Remember, equation is written in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. So when we write mode 5 3, our screen appears like this. Here you have to write the coefficients of x square, x and the constant. So what is in question number 5, what is written before x square? Nothing, means 1. With the b, it's negative 2 and the c is negative 8. So if you write it in the calculator, you will get the answer as x equals to. You will get positive 4 and negative 2. So how you will factor it? When you will factor, you will make the two brackets. I am solving about question number 5. You write here the x, you write here the x. If it is positive 4, you write the negative 4. And if it is negative 2, you write the positive 2. Now next question number 6. Now you can see that the a is 1. B is negative 5 and there is no C. It means you will write the 0. Now if you will see in the calculator, you will get x equal positive 5 and x equal 0. So in that case, whenever there is a 0, just write the x. And for the second factor, you just with the x change the sign. Now while solving question number 7, it's very important that you solve manually. It's written as x to the power of 5 minus 9x to the power of 3. First of all, take the common among them. So what is the common? Take the least power, that is x power 3. So how many power left? From the first one, 5 minus 3, power 2 left. And already x cube is in the outside the bracket, so only 9 left. Now either you can do it manually or you can write in the calculator. 1, there is no x means 0 and negative 9. You will have the two answers. One is x equals to 3 and one will be x equal negative 3. Now this x cube you write as it is. Write the factors, and for the factors we always write the x and then we change the sign. Plus 3 to minus 3 and minus 3 to plus 3. Now, they are asking you, is it a rational equation? Yes, they are the rational equation when anything has the numerator and the denominator, then they are said to be the rational expressions. What are the excluded values in the rational expression? Remember, we always have the numerator and the denominator. Now, for example, numerator is 1 and denominator is 0. So if there is a 0 in the denominator, if you even write in the calculator, you will get a math error. It means that the function is undefined. Means maybe at this point you might have in the graph a hole or a vertical asymptote. So due to these reasons, the expression or the function gives you an error. The graph of such functions are broken. Okay, so that's why excluded values are the values which makes the denominator equal to 0 or which makes the function undefined. Okay, so let's see here how can we solve this. For example, my question is x plus 3 and x minus 2. You focus only on the denominator. Write it in x minus 2. Make it equals to 0. And solve for x. Bring the negative 2 on the other side. It gives you positive 2. So x equals to positive 2. So what is 2? It's the excluded value. Why? That write it in place of x, put the 2. So 2 plus 3 is 5 and 2 minus 2 gives you 0. So see, in the denominator, whenever you get the 0, you should not get the 0 because it makes the function undefined. Now here, check the only denominator, that is x square minus 4. Go to the calculator and factor mod 5 3. Write 1, 0, negative 4. You will get the two answer. One is x equal to and one is x equals to negative 2. So these are the excluded values. Now, to solve the rational expressions, always remember numerators are multiplied with the numerators and denominators will be multiplied with the denominators. And if you have a complex function, to solve it, you must factor it and then you have to solve. So rather than directly multiply, factor them and then cancel. So for example, 4x plus 8. If I want to solve it, can I take the common 4? Yes. So what is left? 4x divided by 4 gives me 8x. 4x, 8 divided by 4 gives me 2. Now there is a factor of x square minus 25. I have just studied that in order to factor, I can make it x plus 5 and x minus 5. Here 5x plus 10. If I take the 5 common, I will be left with x plus 5. Just put it in their place, the simplified form. So 4x plus 8, I will write only 4, x plus 2. Now this x minus 5 is already a simplified form. So I write as it is. X square minus 25, I will write x plus 5 and x minus 5. 5x plus 10, I will write 5x plus 2. Sorry. Here it should be 2. Now cancel numerator with the denominator. Make sure they should be same. X plus 2 cancel. X minus 5 cancel. What is left? In the numerator 4 left and in the denominator 5 and x plus 5 left. This is very important that first of all you recall the special formulas in order to factorize it, okay? Because before solving the complex questions, it's very important that you refresh your mind. So there is a formula a square minus b square. So what you have to do, if it is a square minus b square, the formula says it you can write it as a plus b and a minus b. Similarly, a cube plus b cube, a plus b, a square minus ab plus b square, and a cube minus b cube, it's equal to a minus b, a square plus ab plus b square. So let's try to solve the question number 1. So x squared minus 25 means you have a binomial, so you will apply the first formula. So look, what is your a square? A square is x square. And what is your b square? It is 25. Never ever write the sign. Okay, so if you take the square root on both sides, so a is equals to x and b equals to what? 5. Now just replace your these two numbers in the formula in place of a and b. So one time you write x plus 5 and one time you write x minus 5. That's all. So let's see there. The square root of x square is x and square root of x 64 is 8. So one time you write x plus 8 and one time you write x minus 8. Now next question. The square root of x square is x and the square root of 36 is 6. So write one time x plus 6 and one time x minus 6. Now what will happen if we have a cube formula? So in the cube, first thing is that before using the formula, see there is a negative sign between the a cube and the b cube. So we are going to use the third formula. Now to find the a. So take the cubic root of first term. This 3 and this 3 cancel. Answer is x. So this is your a. To find the b, you take the cubic root of second term. Write in the calculator. It will gives you 2. What does it mean? It means 2 times 2 times 2 will gives you 8. Now just replace the values of a and b in the formula. So it is written what? A minus b. It means x minus 2. Then a square. A square is mean what? X square. Plus ab. It means plus ab. Ab means 2x. Plus b square. B square means 2 square. Now we know that 2 square means what? 4. And that's it. Next question. You have x cube plus 64. Since here it is plus, so we are going to use our second formula. So the cubic root of x cube is x and cubic root of 64 is 4. So replace the a and b values. So it's written a plus b. It means x plus 4. Then written a square. A square means what? X square. Minus ab. Minus ab means 4x. Plus b square means 4 square. And we know that 4 square means what? 16. So now last, x cube minus 125. Minus means we will use the third formula. Now cubic root of x cube gives us x. This is our a. And cubic root of 125 gives us 5. So this is our b. Okay, now write it in the formula. So a minus b. It means x minus 5. Then a square, it means x square, plus ab, it means 5x, plus b square, it means 5 square. And what is 5 square? 5 square is actually 25. Okay. Now what will happen if the power is 4 and 4? First of all, convert it in any one of the formula. So can I write here? I know that the power to the power multiply. So I have the half of this 4 is 2, right? So put here 2, put here 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. Similarly, y power 2 times 2 is 4. Now I can use the formula of this thing. So my a is, look at this one. My a is inside the bracket. So this my a is x square and my b is y square. So one time I have to write a plus b. It means x square plus y square. And one time I write a minus b. That is x square minus y square. Now this is again the power 2. So when there is a power 2, I know that my a is x and my b is y. So one time I write a plus b, x plus y, and one time I write a minus b, that means x minus y. And still I don't have a formula which is separated by a positive sign. So I will write this thing as it is. Now let's check this formula. This formula can be done by the second formula. Why? Because this is the plus sign. Okay. And here it is a negative sign. So I cannot use my first formula. I can only use my second formula. So it is cube, right? Cube means I have here power 3 and I have here power 3. So what do I do to multiply the 3 so that I can get a 6? So 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, so now very simple. I have my a cube. My a is x square and my b is y square. So I use my formula in this a plus b. So what is a? X square. What is b? Y square. Then it is written a square. It means x square with the square. Right? X square times square. Yani 2 times 2 gives me what? 4. Minus AB. AB means x square and y square. Plus b square means y power 4. Yani 2 to the power of 2. Yani 2 times 2. Comes to the actual question which we have to solve. This is the rational expression because it is written in the form of numerator and denominator, and they are the two rational expressions are multiplying with each other. So we know the concept. First of all, write in the calculator all the terms because calculators are allowed. So all the terms which are written here, you just write in the calculator, which means that in the calculator at the normal place, you are going to write minus 35 times 18 in the numerator, and in the denominator write down 24 times 15, and you will see that the answer will come directly, that is minus 7 over 4. So once you get the answer, now worry about the other things. So the first thing is x on the top, x square in the denominator. So where is the bigger power? The bigger power is in the denominator. So I write the x here. And now the bigger is down, right? So 2 minus in the top is 1 power. So 2 minus 1 is 1. Now you have the y. In the numerator there is y. In the denominator there is y. So they cancel out. Now we have the z. Now the bigger power of the z in the numerator. So 2 minus in the denominator, the power is 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. Remember that we do not write the power 1. So just I wrote it to explain you, but we never write it. Okay, question number 8. The first thing I told you that whatever we have in the numerator and denominator, the numbers, you write it in the calculator. So in the numerator write 7 times 20 and in the denominator writes 4 times 21. So your answer will be 5 over 3. Now you have p square in the top and p square in the denominator, they cancelled out. Now in the numerator you have q square and in the denominator you have nothing. So just write the q square in the numerator. Now look here. In the numerator you have r cube, right? And in the denominator you have only r. So where is the bigger power? It is in the top. And 3 minus 1 gives us 2. Now there is no s in the numerator, finish. And in the denominator I have s and I have one more s. So if I have 2s, both are in the denominator, so I add the powers. Okay, now here you have the power 2. Whenever there is a power 2, as I told you, factor it. Now use the calculator to factor it if calculators are allowed. So if in the scientific calculator, you will go to the mode 53, a screen appear like this. And we know that we have to write the coefficients of x square, x and the constant number. So the coefficient here we have x square minus 3x minus 10. So I have the 1 coefficient because with the x square nothing written, it means 1. Then I have negative 3 and then I have negative 10. So I can write this in the calculator directly to get my answer 1, negative 3 and negative 10. Now you will see the two answers appear, x equals to 5 and x equals to negative 2. But we are asked to factor them. So in order to factor, we write x and x. We bring the 5 here. So positive 5 changes into negative 5 means whatever the answer is coming, you just change the sign while writing in the form of factors. Now the next is 1, 1, negative 20 write down and you will get the two answers. Your answers will be, so 1, 1 and negative 20. Answer will be positive 4 and negative 5. So we change always the sign. So we will write here x, here x. Positive 4 changes into negative 4. Negative 5 will gives you positive 5. Now multiply it by x square minus 16. Although we have understood that how can we do it by making the two brackets. One, the square root of 16 is 4. So x plus 4 and x minus 4 we will write. But if this is manual. But if you are using the calculator, you will write 1, 0 and negative 16. And the answer will be negative 4 and positive 4. When we change the sign, it will give you x plus 4 and x minus 4. Similarly, for the denominator, write 1, 0 and negative 4. You will get negative 2 and positive 2 answer. Write the x and write the x. Change the sign, positive 2 and negative 2. Now cancel the same equations. X plus 2, x plus 2. and I have x minus 4 and x minus 4, and that's it. Never ever cancel x minus 5 with the x plus 5. No. Plus will be cancelled with the plus and minus will be cancelled with the minus. So on the top, x minus 5 and x plus 4 left, and in the denominator, x plus 5 and x minus 2 is left. So just put a equal sign because this is the continuity of the expression. So this is our final answer. Next question. Now, one thing I want to tell you, if you have a minus b, you can also write it as minus and minus a plus b. What does it mean? It means you took a negative common, and when you take a negative common, so inside the bracket, you change all the signs of all the terms. Now, if I open minus minus plus a, it means I am going back to my actual equation. And minus plus is minus b, so here it is my actual equation. Or I can also write it in the other way, that keep this minus as it is, and rather than writing minus a plus b, I can also write b minus a. And first I write the b and then I write the a. So they all are the same thing. What do I mean by that? So for example, if it is written 8 minus x, I can write it as minus and I change the sign minus 8 plus x. Or I can write it as minus and x minus 8. They all are same thing. And you will see that this will give you a benefit. Okay, let's see the question. 8 minus x, so I write here minus x minus 8. Okay, now x to the power of 4 minus 100x square. This is a formula we studied before, a square minus b square. Which means, what is a square? A square is x power 4. So what is the half of the power 4? It's x square. And what is the half of 100x square? It will be 10x. So one time we will write x square plus 10x, and one time I will write x square minus 10x. Now here x square plus 10 is not a formula. Even if you write in the calculator 1, 0 and positive 10, like write 1, 0 and 10, you will get no real solution or no real roots. So if answer comes as no real roots, you write the expression as it is. Now write in the calculator 1, 2 and negative 80. And you will get the two answers, that you will get x and x. You will have in the answer, you will have plus 8, so you will write here minus 8, and you will have minus 10, so you will write plus 10. Now cancel the things which are alike. So you can see x minus 8 cancel. Okay, now still x square. Now this and this cannot be cancelled because there is no x here. So keep it as it is. Even this and this cannot be cancelled because it has a power 2. Now try if you can solve something more. Yani on the top x square plus 10 left, and so I don't have anything. So I write here minus x square plus 10. Keep this in the bracket. And in the denominator x square minus 10x. You can write this in the calculator. So if you write here in the calculator 1, negative 10 and 0, you will get the two answers, x equals 0 and x equals to 10. So for the factor of this thing, You can write, look, this is x square plus 10x, okay? So if you write, I am writing first of all this thing. So I have here uh, 1 negative 10 and x. Okay, so 0 and 10. So I can have a factor like this. 0, I don't write anything. And for the 10, I will write x minus 10. I forgot to do this one. If I write this one 1, 10 and 0, I will have the two answers. So one time I write the x because one answer is 0 and one answer is minus 10. So I will write my x minus 10. But then nothing can cancel from the top. So keep everything, whatever in the denominator as it is, whatever in the numerator as it is, but simplify. So minus x square plus 10 as it is. This is x, this is x. So it is x square. This is x minus 10 and this is x minus 10. So write x minus 10 but put the power 2 here. And this is x plus 10 left. So keep it as it is. Next question. X. First of all, I want you to see that how can we solve this part. X cube plus 216. So this is a formula of a cube plus b cube, which is a plus b and a square minus ab plus b square. Okay, so what is the cubic root of 216? I think it is 6. So just write in the calculator what is the cubic root of 216. So it will be 6. 6 times 6, 36. Yes, okay. So A is x and b is 6. Replace it. You will get x plus 6 in place of a plus b. Then a square, that means x square, minus ab, that means 6x, plus b square, it means 6 square. So 6 square means 36. Similarly, x cube minus 216, it will be same but change things. So x minus 6 here, x square plus 6x plus 36. Now solve it. The first one is x, 12 and 36. Write in the calculator 1, 12 and 36. You will get x plus equals to minus 6. But you will have only one answer. So it means it has a multiplicity of 2. So you have to write x plus 6 2 times. For the denominator with the positive, here is our answer. That means x plus 6, x square minus 6x plus 36. Now come x cube minus 216. I have this here, the factors. That means x minus 6 and x square plus 6x plus 36. Now write in the calculator 1, 0 and negative 6 or do it directly. One time a plus b, one time a minus b. So one time you have negative 6 answer. So you change the sign into positive 6. Positive 6 answer, you will change the sign to negative 6. Now cancel whatever can be cancelled. So x plus 6 cancel. This plus 6, this plus 6 cancel. X minus 6, x minus 6 cancel. But these two values are not cancelled because they have one has a plus 6x and one has a minus 6x. So you cannot cancel. So this is our final answer.